Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to my channel on Worldology. And all right, I'm going to talk about the content in 2042, right? Man, looking at the past battlefields, right, compared to Battlefield 4, and I'm pull it up, right? Man, it looks really like a scare factor right now. Like compared to how it is in BF 2042 and BF4, that is not a good look in the next upcoming game. But for the most part, the good news is that a lot of people, right, who said that the game and played the labs thing, right, enough with the stuttering, because I'm actually happy that whatever we getting is going to be extremely better than 2042 in its base form, right? So they said that the leaks, right, the leaks and stuff is saying that the content is going to be extremely like more than 2042. I said it like that because I really can't believe it. And looking at it, looks like we're gonna have a good one. But my major concern for the upcoming battlefield, right, is that are we gonna have better content in the future when we get the base game, or is it gonna be like 2042? And that's kind of my nervous point for the game, for the upcoming game, right? Because I honestly do not want a failed content release, right? Because they said they bring P back and all that stuff, right? So I'm assuming that when they bring it back or bring some type of content back in the game after the base form of the game, I think they're going to start doing stuff that's guaranteed content for the game. But the content that's going to come into the game, I just hope that it's going to be way more than what we received back in the previous two battlefields. Because BF1, I guess that was decent, right? I don't know how many maps, but it was possibly in the 20s in the DLCs, right? I might be wrong. I might just need to look it up. I'll get it after. And it's just, man, I can't believe it. Been in the quiet, just playing the game, and then you getting the same maps every single day, and you like, do you even want to play this map? And then you play the map, and then the map is bad. But anyways, off of that, right, the upcoming battlefields, I think it's going to be something special, you know, even with all the bad things about it. And I don't think it can go any wrong, right? Because they obviously need to do something better. And it can potentially cause a very big downfall, even though the downfall is, here. And I don't care if the late starting is happening, you know, on whatever I'm doing, you know. But if if this upcoming game comes out the way it is in its form and it brings up the content like how it's, how the people said it was, it could potentially be something very, very great, so that's what I'm, hoping for. I have hope for it. And then if the opposite happens, I just I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know if I mean I'll still play the game. Like I'm not gonna quit the game, right? But it's just what would happen if it failed in a way that it should have actually succeeded because it had everything it was going for, right? Everything, the labs, the listening to the community, the environment building in this current battlefield game right now is just it's hard to think about, right? But other than that, that's the only major concern for Battlefield, right? The content's already there. But will the content keep coming after the release of the game? Will it get enough live service? I've been hearing the live service hasn't really been any great in any of the EA games, you know. It is kind of a shame to say it, obviously, but since it's been happening for over a decade now, I don't really see a reason not to say what I'm going to say is that it's true, you know. So that's the only thing I can say. Not like for me, right? It's okay to be mad or irritated at a company, that's not really doing the best for the games, right? Because it doesn't really make any money for the game, in my opinion. I don't know any of the big corporations and what they doing, right? But since I heard, right, is that everybody working on BF6, everybody, everybody, they need to get they need to get this down pat. Everybody, all games on hold, everybody, because I'm sure like look, I'm sure that something's going on because if they fail, it's done for. It's done. So that's all I gotta say for this video. I hope you liked the video. Subscribe if you like more content of this. And I'm out. Just stay healthy, of course, and keep grinding, keep doing what you gotta do because I know I'm going to. And I'll see you later.